The silence that watches tonight, pause. Do not rush to fill the air with explanations or noise. Imagine the night stretching above you like a vast, dark lake, and somewhere on a branch just beyond your sight sits a watchful owl. It does not blink often. It does not hurry. It listens, and in its listening it perceives what the daylight chatter hides. Across civilizations, the owl has carried this same aura, a witness to the invisible, a keeper of secret thresholds, a companion to those who dare to look inward. Wise eyes, soft wings, a presence that says, attend. The invitation is simple and it is ancient. Let the night recalibrate your senses. In the language of symbols, the owl is less an animal and more a mirror. Carl Jung called such recurring images archetypes, figures that rise from the shared depths of the human psyche. When they appear, they invite us to dialogue with what we fear, long for, or avoid. The owl is one of those invitations. It asks for a different kind of attention, not the attention of solving, but the attention of sensing. This experience you are about to enter is not a test in the usual sense. It will not grade you, expose you, or put you into a box. It is a ritual of noticing. Your task is simple. Allow silence to open a doorway. Let your breath slow. Let the mind surface calm. Allow the deeper current, your intuition, to rise. In that current, you will recognize which owl calls your name. And in that recognition, you will glimpse something essential about who is watching from within you. Let the room dim a little, or close your eyes to create that dimness within. Sense the texture of your attention, the way it tightens around tasks and loosens around wonder. Imagine untying it, knot by knot, until it hangs as a soft ribbon that the night breeze can move. Some people call this meditation. Tonight, call it listening. Listening to what exists under the hum of your identity, under your name, under your roles and obligations. Listening to the simple animal fact that you are here breathing, held by gravity, accompanied by a gaze that does not rush you. We will proceed gently. There is no rush and no prize for speed. Whether you are seasoned in inner work or meeting it for the first time, you can trust that symbols know how to meet you where you are. Jung taught that the psyche speaks in images, and that these images, when honored, reorganize behavior from the symbolic test. Choose with the soul, not the logic. 3 owls will be presented to you, red, turquoise, and golden. Each one bears a distinct tone of energy, a posture, a feeling that reaches beyond description. The choice you make should not come from debate. It should come from the small, steady bell that rings beneath speech. If you catch yourself comparing, slow down. If you find yourself seeking the right answer, breathe again. There is no right answer here, only resonance. Choosing by resonance is an exercise in trust. When Jung spoke about the process of individuation, he meant the long journey by which a person becomes most fully themselves. That journey is navigated by hints, symbols, and intuitions, as much as by plans and arguments. So here is your invitation. Do not think your way toward an answer. Feel your way toward a recognition. Let the image that softens your chest or widens your eyes be the one you choose. Prepare yourself as you would for a sacred conversation. Notice the space around you. Notice the weight of your body, the temperature of the room, the faint sounds that surround you. Then imagine each owl stepping closer. The red owl arrives like a spark in the night. The turquoise owl arrives like a calm tide in moonlight. The golden owl arrives like dawn cresting the horizon. One of them will settle into your field of awareness with a gentle inevitability. That one is yours. That is where we begin. Begin by giving your attention a shape. Picture the 3 owls before you, as if they were present on a table or perched along a rail. Do not analyze their details. Let them present themselves. You are not hunting for clues. You are letting yourself be seen. Some will feel a small pull in the chest toward one owl. Others will feel a softening in the belly, or a quiet widening at the back of the eyes. These are reliable signals. Trust the body. It knows the way back to the places your words have not yet reached in speech. If doubt arises, do not wrestle with it. Thank it for trying to protect you, and then ask it to keep watch from a respectful distance. Doubt is useful when we are signing contracts or building bridges. Here we are walking a different kind of bridge, the one that connects the conscious to the living underground of the self. On that bridge, curiosity is the best companion. Curiosity asks, what happens if I let myself know what I already know? You may also set a small intention. It can be as plain as this. May I choose the image that helps me hear my life more clearly? Then breathe in through the nose, and let the exhale be longer than the inhale. Do this 3. Turquoise owl, the guardian of silent wisdom. If you chose the turquoise owl, you are answering the summons of serenity. Turquoise is the place where blue meets green, where water holds the memory of forests and air learns the patience of stone. The turquoise owl perches above a still pool, where moonlight does not shatter but settles. In you, this archetype appears as a calm that is not indifference but depth. You do not rush the truth. You wait, you listen, and the truth arrives like a bird that trusts your open hand. Your gifts are steady and profound. You carry a soft authority that organizes spaces without announcing itself. People tell you things they have not said aloud before. You read the room, the pause, the half-finished sentence, and in that reading, you offer kindness that is specific, not vague. You are a healer in whatever field you move through, because you trust that healing does not always mean fixing. Sometimes it means witnessing, and sometimes it means holding the bowl, while someone else pours out what they could not carry alone. The shadow of this archetype is porousness. You may absorb the moods around you until your own becomes hard to find. Boundaries can blur, not because you lack self-respect, but because you were never taught that saying no is a form of devotion, not a violation of love. Over time, chronic receptivity can become fatigue. You withdraw to recover, then feel guilty for needing to withdraw, and the cycle tightens. Another shadow is the tendency to delay decisions under the banner of patience. What you call wisdom may be at times a velvet postponement of the necessary. To work with this archetype, learn to differentiate stillness from stagnation. Stillness is full of listening, stagnation is full of postponement. Create a practice of naming what you know. When your body delivers a clear signal, honor it quickly. Keep a few phrases ready that mark your edges with grace. I need time, not today. That is not mine to carry. The turquoise owl becomes strongest when you pair compassion with clarity. The point is not to become hard. The point is to become clear enough to be kind without dissolving. You are also called to cultivate the visible forms of your inner wisdom. Journal the patterns you notice. Speak your intuitions aloud. Offer your perspective before it is perfectly polished. The world needs your articulate calm, not only your silent presence. Remember that leadership can be quiet and golden owl, the heart that radiates warmth and harmony. If you chose the golden owl, you are answering the summons of generosity. Gold is not merely brightness, it is light with temperature. The golden owl does not pierce the dark like a blade. It warms the dark until the dark begins to glow. In you, this archetype appears as a welcoming field. People relax near you. They start telling jokes they did not know they remembered. They tell stories as if the room itself had turned into a porch, and somehow the day's edges feel less sharp. Your gifts are contagious hope and resilient joy. You can name what is good without pretending that pain does not exist. In crises, you look for the thread that still connects. In ordinary days, you create pockets of celebration that lift everyone's voltage. You remember the birthdays, the quiet victories, the small efforts that deserve applause. When the golden owl is alive in you, kindness is not politeness. It is a practice. The practice of amplifying what allows life to move and heal. The shadow of this archetype is self-forgetting. Because you are so skilled at warming the room, people may come to expect endless sunshine from you. You might start measuring your worth by the smiles you can generate. You might hide your fatigue behind hospitality. If the red owl burns and the turquoise owl absorbs, the golden owl disperses, sometimes until there is hardly anything left to spend. Another shadow is conflict avoidance disguised as grace. You smooth what needs to be spoken, and the unsaid grows heavy in your chest. To work with this archetype, let generosity include yourself. Practice receiving praise without deflecting it. Practice asking for help before your strength is gone. Name your needs in daylight, not after midnight tears. Build a rhythm of replenishment that is not a reward for finishing everything, but a condition for doing anything well. When you protect your inner warmth, your outer warmth acquires depth. It is not a performance. It is a hearth. You are also called to refine the difference between harmony and appeasement. Harmony sometimes requires a brave chord, one that surprises the melody but ultimately enriches it. Speak the loving truth that prevents later fractures. Let your kindness have backbone. The people you care for do not only need comfort, they need coherence. And your courage to name the real is part of how you love. Another gift of the golden owl is celebration as medicine. You understand that joy is not a frivolous extra, but a strategy of survival.